This kind of pressure, I think especially from social media, that you should have a closet that has like everything in it. But I think there's like a lot of fun to be had in like sourcing and like looking for like the perfect piece that you love. I guess I really want to advocate for just like taking your time with your closet, like enjoy the process. If you're like looking at my channel for like, you know, like inspiration for like decluttering and having a smaller size closet, like it took me a long time to do that. I'm still always kind of going through decluttering. Like it's never perfect, and it's like really like a working closet. Like there's always things that you like might change in your style, and it's nice to have the ability to do that. But that also means that like you'll never have like this perfectly finished closet. So I think it's okay to take your time to look for pieces that you enjoy, that make you feel good, that are flattering on you, brands that you enjoy. You know, like you're putting out a lot of your identity through your clothes. I think it's like fun to kind of reclaim that and like take your time with your things. Hi everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, She's French, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So it's been a while since I've shown you guys some fashion bits on the channel, and I know that that is a really popular topic and something you ask me about a lot. In today's video, I want to share with you guys my winter closet essentials. I have a tiny minimalist closet. I have literally pretty much nothing. Let me give you a little peek. I don't know how it's looking, but this is my full closet, just one of these units. You can't see fully. There's not much, but it works really well for me. I always feel put together. I'm able to get dressed for work, for my casual life. I'm also a mom. I have everything I need without having a lot. So something I wanted to touch on is some of my winter essentials. Of course, this is something I've had to adapt because I used to live in California where the weather didn't really have an impact on my closet. I could kind of wear the same thing all year round, but now I definitely need some more cold climate specific items, and I found some good ones, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Ultimately, in the scope of minimalism, you can be as minimal as you want, but you need it to work for you. It needs to make sense with your lifestyle. So this is stuff that I didn't own before, but I definitely needed to add to feel comfortable in the winter. You guys know I'm super picky, and it takes a lot for me to add to my tiny closet because I really can see everything. So I don't really have those things that kind of sit in the back of my closet. I'm always looking at everything. I'm always kind of reassessing. It's really curated. I love these pieces. I'm excited about them, and I think they're very like safe, like classic pieces that are not going to be dependent on trends and so on. And there's also something that I've changed my mind on. I had done a video on that topic, and I've completely changed my mind on it just because of where I'm at currently. I don't want to tell you, I'll show you when I show you the item. This is my first video of 2025, so I hope you guys had an amazing new year. I wish you guys the absolute best for the year. I'm super excited for this year as well. Thanks for being here in the new year. Some of you guys have been following me for years, and I so appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. It really means a lot to me. It really helps me out. And follow me on Instagram at She's French. And you guys, I got my hair done, finally. And look how long it's getting. For being blonde like this, I'm super impressed. Let's get started. First things first, I'm gonna show you the one I'm the most excited about. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for these for like 2 months. Originally, I ordered a pair of earmuffs on Vinted and they got lost. And if you guys don't have Vinted, their process when something gets lost is that you have to wait 25 business days. I'm pretty sure it's business days. So it literally stopped tracking like over a month ago, but I had to wait so long to get a refund. It was in fact lost. So I ended up just buying these at the store. These are actually quite hard to find in stock, and I was actually getting a little bit thrown off because when I looked on Vinted again to get a second pair, I saw a lot of fakes. So unfortunately, I wanted to pay a little less. I love to save money where I can, but I also wanted to make sure I was getting like an actual, like the quality I'm expecting. So I bought these at the store, did pay full price, didn't love it, but I love the item itself. Obviously, these are little earmuffs. These are the Ugg ones. Typically, as a minimalist, I don't love massive logos, but I felt like this one was, it's not exactly subtle, but at least the color matches that. I don't like it when there's a massive logo and your eye lands on it right away. I think that this still blends enough, so it's not triggering me. I would have preferred it without. The one I got on Vinted originally didn't have this, but it also didn't have the fluffy here, and I think that's actually really cute, and I like that it has the fluffy headband too. Let me show you. I love these. I love them. I feel like if you live in a colder climate, you need to get something like this because they're so cute. It's such like a fun little accessory with a purpose. I bought them not just because they're cute, but because my ears get so cold and I do not look good with a hat on. I was debating doing a beanie, but every time I've gotten a beanie, my hair is so fine that it ends up just like kind of sticking, like doing like this weird little sad thing that I just didn't love. It didn't make me feel very confident. So earmuffs were the way to go. I knew that this was something I wanted to do because I normally wear, when I commute, because I take the metro to work, I normally wear my headphones, and my headphones really keep my ears really warm. But on days where I take my son to music class, or, you know, I'm like running errands with friends, family, I'm also going on a trip very soon, so I don't want to have like a headset on. I want like something that keeps me warm, that doesn't make people feel like they can't talk to me, you know, I just want to be warm, not doing so with a beanie. So these were the perfect addition to my closet. I've wanted some of these for a long time now. Never really had like a real reason to get them, but in Paris it gets so cold that these are actually a really big game changer for me. And I like that they match my Uggs. It's that same chestnut color, which are now my kind of shoe of choice for when it's colder. And I'm actually going to show you my Uggs in a second as well. I don't know, there's something about like this like fluffy like brown material that always screams winter. I feel like Chanel did a winter bag last collection or whenever it was. I'm not keeping track with all the collections, but you know, like the go-to for cold weather is always like this kind of look. It's always like a Sherpa fabric with like this kind of warm like chestnutty brown. So I feel like this will last you forever. I feel like in the winter I wear a lot of black as it is, but I feel like I wear even more black because typically coats are black. Both of my coats are black. And I feel like otherwise it's kind of like a void of black. It's a little bit too heavy. This adds like so much like cozy warmth to my outfit. I love this like not only color palette, but like the soft materials that like soft like suede material with the Sherpa I think looks so nice. And it really like kind of elevates and dresses up your outfit. And it's like that classic like winter look. The next thing that I want to show you guys, I am so proud about because I knitted this. If you guys have been following my channel and my Instagram, I've been posting a lot about how I'm knitting or taking up knitting. This, okay, I will say this took me, how long did this take me? It took me maybe 2 months to finish. Not because I was actively working on it for 2 months, it's just actually I didn't have a lot of free time to work on it. But anytime that I did, I would work on my little scarf. I used 3, I call them baubles, but that's not what it's called, but 3 little rolls of yarn. I picked out my yarn myself. I went to a cute little store, got the needles, and oh my God, you guys, Ryan was like, my husband Ryan was like, why do you have the bowl next to you? But I really wanted to show you guys the bowl. I told you some more of my lore is that I also love ceramics. This is my little yarn bowl. I got this from a small creator. I believe she's in Seattle, Cota Ceramics. I have been wanting one of these for so long. I've followed her for a really long time. The moment I took up knitting, I was like, this is it. This is my time. I made sure that I was actually knitting before getting it. But yeah, I love it and it makes me so happy. You put the yarn ball inside and you loop the thread out and it makes it that it holds your yarn while you're knitting so you don't have like the ball like running away from you. You can survive without it, but why would you want to? How cute. Oh, I love it. So him and I knitted the scarf together. I'm so proud, you guys, because this is my first project ever, and somehow I managed to do that really beautiful edge with this kind of like braided knit, and then the rest is a regular knit stitch. I think this is called a garter stitch. I'm still learning. I followed a YouTube tutorial that showed like a little square, and then I just kind of used that whole thing to do the whole scarf. And I love it. It's not quite perfect, but I think it's actually so charming not being perfect. And this is actually a lot for me because normally I'm so particular about everything that I make. I've tried almost everything, like every creative outlet you can think of, I've done it. What I used to actually do a long time ago, because when I was little, I wanted to be an artist. You're getting all my lore in this video. I used to paint acrylics, and there was a lot of times where I was so particular about my projects, and I think to anyone else they would have been fine, but I was like always like nitpicking at my stuff. I would paint the whole canvas black, but this is actually a project I'm keeping. I'm out of breath talking about it. It's really long, but I love it so much. I'm going to show you. I'm trying to figure out if I should block it or not. Blocking is when you, and I'm still new to all this, I'm learning as I go. It's when you like wet the fabric and then you dry it out in the shape that you want. I'm considering doing it to make it a bit longer, but it's already very, very long. Is this not so chic? It's giving Harry Potter. Can you even hear me? I don't know. It's giving Harry Potter a little bit. Do you guys get the vision? So, oh my God, it took me forever to get myself back together after taking it off. But that is my scarf. I love it. To be completely transparent with you guys, I was hoping that these would match in color, but because I didn't have these and I finished this before, they're not a perfect match, but close enough. It's all the same color family. But yeah, I love it. I love like the knitted look when it comes to the winter, especially because one of my winter jackets is the Aritzia Superpuff, and it's the long, so it's a lot of like that, like it's not nylon, whatever the material is that's not like a fiber, it's a lot of that. And I feel like this was so nice to put on top of it to kind of break up that more like utility look, because in the winter I do not mess around. Like I am not the kind of person that will be like, oh, it's fine, I'm just gonna be cold so I look good. No. Maybe back in the day, but not anymore. Like I really want to be warm. I want my clothes to do what they're supposed to do for me and protect me from the environment. So I love the Superpuff, and it's kind of what I've been wearing pretty much all this winter. Normally I wear the wool coat that I have. I have a long black wool coat, which is more chic, but honestly it's been so cold that I've been wearing the Superpuff everywhere. But I feel nice adding this to it and actually combining it with this as well, because it's again like giving that kind of like cozy look that's not just like utility, because I think puffers are not the most beautiful thing you can wear, but they do serve that function that's so important. So I'm super happy to have it. I hope to knit even more, but my next project, now that I know how to do it, is going to be to take my son to the yarn store, let him pick out a cool yarn, and then I'm going to knit him a little scarf like this too. I'm excited to see where it takes me. I'm having so much fun like picking out my yarns. There's a lot of amazing stores in Paris, and then something that I really want to do as well when I travel is like pick up a yarn from like wherever I'm at, and then like, I don't know, like knit a project with like yarn that I'm picking up places. I think that's so much fun. Definitely a cool hobby to have that's not just like, I don't know, like something that keeps your hands busy, like something that's really like grounded. I have a lot of digital hobbies. I play video games as well, but like, I don't know, this like really quiets my mind. And I think it's nice to have a hobby like that. This will have cost me about 36 euros to make for yarn, whereas a natural fiber like wool yarn scarf, like a thick one too like this, will cost you in a couple hundreds. So very cool, cost efficient, fun, and like totally unique in a world where everyone kind of has access to the same things, and like the trends are always kind of similar and has people looking quite similar. You'll be looking unique. This is like one in the world. The next oh my gosh, this is hard to say. The next accessory that I want to show you guys are my gloves. You'll have seen these before. These are my leather gloves from Aritzia, and these are tech friendly, so I can use my phone when I wear them. I will say I could definitely have gotten a size a little bit bigger. Just so you know, I think you should size up in your gloves. I would have loved them to be a little bit longer too, but they're fine and I wear them a lot, and I like that they work for tech. But I am actually looking to get a pair of like knitted gloves. I would love to knit them myself, but I am not at that level. Like by the time I even knit like remotely close to a finger, will be like in like 2030 or something. So being realistic, I am looking to get like a knit pair of gloves for something a little bit warmer, or mittens. But these are really nice to have. They're super chic. I like them for like a more like, let me show you without the little arm gap. I feel like this is so chic with a blazer. That's why I got them. I think they look so chic. They look so good with my other coat, my wool coat. But I'd love to have something a little bit warmer because I'm noticing that they're not as warm as I'd love them to be. It's fine when I'm going to work and like in the metro and stuff. When you're out and about walking, I could definitely do with something different. So I think it's okay to have 2 different pairs of gloves in your closet as a minimalist. You know, like you don't have to have only one thing of the thing. So yeah, that's something I'm looking to add, but at the same time, these are great. And I do recommend like a tech-friendly glove. I think that's something I have to consider too for like the next thing that I want to get that's a little bit warmer, is that like having it work with tech is actually really important, because if you're really realistic about your tech usage, especially if you're commuting, like I listen to music on my way to work, I'm like messing with my phone, so I need it to work. I can't just be like taking them off to do something all the time, otherwise I just will never wear them. Now, I want to show you guys my new Ugg boots. And if you follow me for a long time, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember exactly what I said because it's a couple years ago, but I had made a video talking about Uggs and like the trends in Uggs. And I think that I might have said that I wasn't a fan of the platform Uggs. And I'm about to show you that I bought the platform Uggs. Don't judge me yet, I'll tell you why. These are my new Ugg boots. These were a birthday present, early birthday present from Ryan to me. I love them. And I was always very resistant to these guys, but I'm gonna show you why I love them. I love them because I'm realizing that in Paris, you need distance between your foot, especially when the weather is like wet, cold, sticky, little wet leaves everywhere, like icy, whatever, fresh rain, puddles, because this is what my old Uggs look like. And I do clean them. Obviously they need a clean from now, but I just could not for the life of me get them to look clean again. I'm gonna keep these to wear as slippers, so I'm gonna give them a massive, massive, massive clean and keep them to wear in the house. In California, for me, this would never have been a problem because, well, actually, to be totally honest, I wasn't really wearing Uggs. I was wearing Crocs in California because the weather is just warm and more casual. Like, I do dress differently here in Paris than I did in California, but I just could not pass these off with, like, I can't say that I'm put together and dressed and looking good when I have these on my feet. Like, it's just not working. So this is why I got these. I've worn them a few times now. I try to be careful with my shoes, but I'm also the kind of person that like, I wear my stuff, I use it. And because I use it a lot and I don't have a ton to choose from, it does tend to get dirty, but I really wanted to have something on my side to make it that the elements were not eating away at my shoes so much. So far the platform is super helpful. I think you can see like some of the dirt starting to pick up here rather than up here. I hope it'll last. So yeah, I totally changed my mind on them, but purely just because of like my environment and where I'm at. And I think that's the point I'm trying to drive home in this video, is that these things have to work for you and where you live, and you have to make your closet make sense for your lifestyle. So this is a change I made. I will say I still love how the regular ones look. Like I still think it's like a way more classic shoe. And like I think that these are actually like somehow cooler. Like I don't know how to explain it, but these are just like cooler to me. I still don't think that these are like the most timeless shoe, whatever, but if it means that it's not gonna look like these on my feet, then it's worth it, and I am enjoying these. I'm very excited about this combo. I think it's so cute. Next, I wanna show you another accessory I have that's not necessarily winter, but the reason why I've been especially enjoying the hat is because there's been like an icy cold wind, and maybe it's just a me problem, but when you're wearing a coat and a bunch of layers and there's wind and you have long hair, and it's not like, I typically wear it up in the winter, but I don't love to wear it up, especially now that I'm trying to grow it out and stuff. I've been noticing that I have some breakage like around the crown of my head, so I'm trying to be careful about how much I wear it up. But anyway, it's just not manageable with my commute. I get blasted by wind, and then especially in the metro too, when you exit the metro, there's just like a tunnel of wind. Like you can have spent hours on your hair. By the time you exit the metro, you look like you just rolled out of bed. So I've been enjoying the hat to tame my hair, and I think it's been so good. This is really helping too because it's kind of keeping it like at least parted in the front, and then the back is none of my business, but this has been saving me prior. This hat is from Brandy Melville. I love Brandy Melville. I love this color. I've really been like into this kind of brown color to accessorize with black. I wear like a good amount of white tees, but mostly black after that, and then denim. But even one of my pairs of jeans is black, so a lot of black is what I'm trying to say. But this is the color that I've brought into my closet to add a little bit of variety. There's something about black that makes it feel like you're not wearing the same clothes every day, even though you might be, because honestly, I do rotate through the same kind of outfits, but I also never get bored of it because it's so simple. But once in a while, I like to add a little something. Not only does this tame my hair back, but it adds like a kind of cool look to my outfit too. I feel like I look a little bit funny in hats. I don't know what it is. It's also hard for me to find a hat that fits my head. I have to tighten them a lot because I have like weirdly small head. But anyway, I don't know, I just like it. I especially love how these like hats look with blazers. I don't know, like, are you catching the vibe, like what I'm trying to describe? I just love it. And I will say, I had gotten a black hat that Ryan stole from me. Actually, he uses it at the gym now. Really cute hat that says LA on it. You know, like the classic, like there's like the New York ones. I have the LA one, but I prefer the brown for some reason. Yeah, black didn't give the same vibe. Okay, and last but not least, I wanted to show you guys my favorite sweater in my closet. And I hope it's not looking all crazy. Might be a little bit linty. This is a turtleneck sweater, a really baggy one that I got from Toteme. Very oversized. I did size up a little bit. I always size up in like jackets and knits because I have long arms, and for me there's nothing worse than something ending up here. Don't worry, this one's fine. See? But a lot of things do end up here on me, and I think a sweater just cannot do that, especially when it's like something that's supposed to keep you warm. There's something that's like that disconnects the look when you have like little bits exposed when you're supposed to be like in a cold climate. You know, like, you know when someone's like walking around and maybe they're like not like weather appropriately dressed and like kind of sticks out to you. I feel like it creates that. So it needs to be big and fit my arms. I bought this about 2 years ago. I wear it every day, even when I'm cold in the house. That's the one I wear. I try not to do that too much because I'm really weird about like when something is worn at the house, it turns mentally into a pajama for me, and this is not pajama budget. Like, this is too nice to be a pajama, so I try to be careful about that. But when I wear it at home, it makes me feel like I'm Cameron Diaz in The Holiday, you know, when she has that like really cute knit in her pajama outfit when she's really cold in the cottage. But I try not to do that because I want it to remain my chic outside sweater. But I really recommend that you find that really good like sweater that makes you feel chic, and like just like this one makes me feel like editorial even. Like, I think it's such an amazing sweater. It's nothing crazy, but this one just makes me feel cool. It makes me feel dressed up. And I think a lot of times in the winter, it's kind of hard to feel like super put together. Personally, I don't love a ton of layers. Like, this is as much as I do. It's going to be a t-shirt, and this one happens to be a long sleeve because it's cold, and a blazer. But I don't love like having a million things on. So this just does like the whole outfit, keeps you warm, and it's beautiful. And one tip that I have when it comes to your knits, actually 2 tips. The first one, you should never hang your knits. You should always keep them folded because you don't want the knit to start to droop at the shoulder from being hung. That's really important. You want it to maintain its shape, so keep it folded. But the second one is to be careful about the fibers that you're buying. This one I'm pretty sure is wool and a little bit of cashmere. I'm looking like in the void of black for the tag. Okay, 90% wool, 10% cashmere. Not only do the natural fibers breathe better, but I really do think that they keep you much warmer. And I think in a minimalist closet, you don't need to have a ton of knits to choose from. I have 2. I have this one that's like really my like winter knit of choice. And then I have one that's like a little bit lighter that I can just throw on as a layer for the office. It's that beige sweater that has like a little built-in knitted collar. Very different, but this is the one. And actually the only thing that I would consider adding, I'd love to add like maybe like a little knit crew neck to throw on. One, just purely because I work in an office and I want to have the option to throw something light on. And then I eventually want to add a cardigan too, but honestly, like I've been fine for years with just this one as my cold winter like knit. Now I'm just rambling, but I also feel like sometimes there's like this kind of pressure, I think especially from social media, that you should have a closet that has like everything in it. But I think there's like a lot of fun to be had in like sourcing and like looking for like the perfect piece that you love. Like me, like I know exactly what cardigan I want. I want the Orseund iris cardigan that has the million little knit wooden buttons. I'm just waiting for a way to get it a little bit cheaper because I have to pay for like customs and duties to bring that in, and it's already like a decently expensive knit to order as it is. But like I could go out and buy a million cardigans and fill that gap of a cardigan in my closet, but I'm kind of waiting for that perfect one, and in the meantime I can survive without it. I have other things that I can wear that are just fine. I guess I really want to advocate for just like taking your time with your closet, like enjoy the process. If you're like looking at my channel for like, you know, like inspiration for like decluttering and having a smaller size closet, like it took me a long time to do that. I'm still always kind of going through decluttering. Like it's never perfect, and it's like really like a working closet. Like there's always things that you like might change in your style, and it's nice to have the ability to do that. But that also means that like you'll never have like this perfectly finished closet. So I think it's okay to take your time to look for pieces that you enjoy, that make you feel good, that are flattering on you, brands that you enjoy. You know, like you're putting out a lot of your identity through your clothes. I think it's like fun to kind of reclaim that and like take your time with your things. In this video, I'm gonna advocate for having like the one good knit that you like. You don't need a million. Like all the things I've shown you, a part of potentially this, like you could have a million hats that you enjoy, you could have a ton of different gloves, different scarves, but I think it's cool to have like your favorite ones. And then later, if there's stuff that you want to experiment with and you want to have still like a kind of capsule closet, you can definitely make little changes, like how I want to add mittens or something knit for my gloves. But I don't know, you're starting with like a really strong base of things you already enjoy. So that wraps up today's video. I really missed you guys. Sorry for not posting right away. That actually wasn't my intention. I really wanted to like start right away, but I started off the year sick. There was like this cold that went through like all of Paris. I think everybody got it, and some people were like still actively sick with it right now. It got us. We were like down through the holidays, really sick with that. It like went through like each one of us in the house, which was not fun. And then from there, everything just like picked up again, you know, like we had a massive slowdown from the holidays, and then life just like went right back to normal. Work got really busy, everything. I'm always trying to carve out time for YouTube, so always know that if I haven't uploaded, I'm thinking about it. But I do try to upload weekly the best I can. And I also know that I promised you guys some more like high quality content. I'm working on that. I want to start incorporating more B-roll and things like that. But today I really wanted to get a video out, so I hope that you don't mind. And I promise to give you some more like visual insight into my lifestyle and what's around me and whatnot. If you're not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. It means so much to me. And thank you so much for being here. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @shesfrench. And I have a really cute sticker shop with another of my hobbies, my little digital drawings, my illustrations. I make everything from scratch, so perhaps if you're starting a little planner for the year, you might want some stickers to put in there. I've got the perfect ones for you, so everything's linked down below. My Etsy is Cowboy Cafe. I wish you an amazing day, an amazing 2025, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys!